It is deck request time! Red Nova Dragon, a request by stardust1112. And I have to summon Red Nova Dragon. If I can't summon it, then this video doesn't count. Well, there's probably some exceptions, but I can only really come up with those after the duel. We're gonna see what we can do. This is not a good starting hand. Level 3 tuner, please. Thank you. Instant fusion. Arewario, ojama naito. Dark Resonator o Shokan. Level 5のojama naito. Level 3のダークレゾネーターをチューニング。シンクロ召喚。我が魂。レッドデーモンズドラゴン。I'd prefer just to play Stardust Dragon for safety in case of Mirror Force or anything like that. But I do have Forbidden Lance to save a monster, and I do have to summon Red Nova in this duel, so that's all I'll play more towards that. Ike! Red Demon Dragon! Absolute Power Force! I have Red Carpet. I have a Dragon type Synchro monster, but I only have one Resonator in the grave. However, if I can get Barrier Resonator into the grave, I can then use the Red Carpet. Barrier Resonators during either player's turn. Next turn I would be able to summon Crebons, activate Barrier Resonator's effect on Crebons, then use Red Carpet to summon back Barrier and Dark to summon Red Nova. So thanks to drawing into Dark Resonator, I am able to do stuff. Just a face down, and I still have Forbidden Lance. Ta-da! It would make for 2 tuners in the grave. Would this combo work? That would mean that this guy's at 45. Can't be destroyed with spell traps or monsters. He'll be at 45, but Crebons will be able to finish it off. I can use Forbidden Lance to save one of them. However, Barrier Resonator on Crebons. Crebons cannot be destroyed by battle, still by card effects. Well, let's go for it. Crebons o Shokan! Barrier Resonator's effect activates, selecting Crebons, making it unable to be destroyed by battle this turn, and I don't take battle damage from battles involving Crebons, although I don't expect to have that happen anyway. Now with a Dragon type Synchro on the field, Red Carpet. Dark Resonator, Barrier Resonator, Toxic Shokan. I could finish him off like this, but with 1 Forbidden Lance only. I kinda want to do it differently, because then I can protect better. And I have to summon Red Nova. Level 8 のレッドデーモンズドラゴン。Level 1、Barrier Resonator。Level 3、Dark Resonator。ダブルチューニング。シンクロ召喚。スカーレットノバドラゴン。A Red Nova Dragon cannot be destroyed by spells, traps, or monsters. Crebons direct attack! The Woody for some reason destroy Crebons, and Red Nova Dragon is still will be at 5,000. Ike! Bye! Burning soul! Magic Cylinder affects the monster. So with Forbidden Lance, I'm able to not make Magic Cylinder stop my attack. So I'll be at 37, he'll be at 100 life points. So it's not over yet. $35 base, 35 original attack, 45 with my effect. $3,700 left. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish it off. This was one of the traps that was able to save him. But I've been able to summon Red Nova Dragon, so it's already, I suppose, good enough for the deck request. Although, so far it looks to be like a one-sided duel, but I'll see what I can make of it. I'm not going to purposely do bad, though. The important ones, the cards in deck being selected, remove this card from play and negate the attack. When Creeband is targeted, I can also pay 800 life points to negate it. But using Red Nova does make me not have to pay 800 life points. All cards in your hand and on your side of the field to the grave. On top of your deck. Oh shit! Crap! On your side of the field to the grave. Okay, this duel suddenly became interesting. And he probably has a lot of stuff that can do effect damage. But he doesn't have any cards now. Now, I'm not sure if this is just old text, but it just says call the type of card on top of your deck. It doesn't say add it to your hand. It doesn't say send it to the grave. It just says call the top card. It never says to do anything with it. So I'm assuming that it stays on top. That's what I'm assuming. I have to look this up. I'm not entirely certain about it, but just reading this text suggests that it just stays on top. It's old text, doesn't have problem-solving card text, but I'm gonna look this up straight after, and I'll have the answer for you in the deck profile, but pretty sure this is how it works. He has to put it on top. Does my turn. He has 7,000 life points, burn cards, does have Upstart Goblin as the first card. Now effect failure, can't do much with that, can't even send it to the grave for anything. All I can do is attack. For 12 and for 45. 57 total, he'll be left with 1,300. Please, with Upstart Goblin, draw into a monster that, has to be summoned and then activate its effect so I can stop it with failure. I know Upstart's coming. I'm gonna be okay with that, because I can't stop it with anything. This is the card. Is that a good card? Is that a bad card? What is it? Set card. Can be Win Karibo. Can be Defender. In the case of Defender, I want to attack with Red Nova. In the case of Win Karibo, I want to attack with Kribons. I can't finish it off with Kribons because 1300 and not 12. For Inlands. If I take the risk that it's Win Karibo and I go in with Kribons, hit Defender, I lose. So I'm going to attack with Red Nova for safety. If it's Win Karibo, Red Nova can't deal damage anyway. So I'm going to use Red Nova to attack for safety and hope he doesn't get a good draw next turn. Yeah. No damage. Let's see. What's the next draw? Another set. But wait. Tricky is a special summon. Special summon Tricky by discarding Veiler. Kribons and Tricky. I was thinking, yeah, Kribons Tricky into Black Rose, nuke, then bounce on them back with Compulse to my hand to then normal summon it, but Kribons in the grave at that point. Doesn't work. Damn it. Can't do much. It would be great if I could summon both Tricky and Veiler while Kribons is still in the field. I could... Yeah, that's what I could... I could tribute Red Nova Dragon for the Tricky. Normal summon Veiler. Go into Goyo. Then into Scrap Dragon. Oh no, wait. I could just do this. Why didn't I do this before? Why did I not think of this? Ikke banning is sword. I believe I win. Red Nova wins. Now I'm going to look up the reversal quiz thing. I'll see you in the deck profile in a few seconds. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the deck profile for the Red Nova Dragon deck. Now, before we get into it, the reversal quiz thing from the duel earlier. I wasn't able to actually find it. I wasn't able to find a page via Google. I didn't search for that long, but I wasn't able to find a page. So I'm just going to assume what I assumed in the duel. It doesn't say that it goes anywhere, so it stays on top. That's what I'm going to assume. If anyone knows any better, or can clarify that it is indeed, it stays at the top, let me know. Into the duel. Now, I should say that just before I was dueling, I was talking to a friend of mine on DN about the fact that I was recording for a Red Nova Dragon deck. And he said, apparently, but I only read this after the recording, that one of his friends had a deck that could summon triple Red Nova Dragon in one turn. And I spoke to that friend before this recording, and he gave me a screenshot of that deck. So after my deck, we're going to take a quick look at that deck. I'm not going to go over too much because I haven't tested it at all. It's quite different from my deck, though. But we'll see. Well, let's see how this goes. So my deck, 2 Barrier Resonator. I have quite a lot of tuners. Psychic Commander, Kribons, Junk Synchron, Veiler, Resonator, Resonator, Resonator. A lot. Resonator can protect them from being destroyed by battle and make sure I don't take battle damage from involving them. It's also one of my level 1 tuners along with Effect Veiler, which usually I use along with Dark Resonator, or Crazy Resonator, or Junk Synchron, or Psychic Commander to make Red Nova. Creation Resonator is a free special summon once you have Red Nova out. Dark Resonator can't be destroyed by battle, which is nice once per turn. So that could be a first turn play just to have this thing in defense. Effect Veiler to negate effects and to hang out as level 1 tuner. Junk Synchron to... I'm thinking of using something different, but Junk Synchron, once you have Red Dragon Archfiend already out, and you have either Barrier or Effect Veiler in the grave, summon Junk Synchron, summon either Barrier Resonator or Effect Veiler in defense. Then you have your 2 tuners, that total level 4 plus the level 8 Red Dragon Archfiend equals the level 12 for Red Nova. 2 Kribons, because this deck, even though it's focused around Red Nova Dragon, I did want it to be a bit more consistent. So I do have some other synchro options, and Kribons does help with that. Psychic Commander as another level 3 tuner can also be summoned by Emergency Teleport along with Creebons. Solo Windjammer, the best first turn play really you can have a Solo Windjammer plus a level 3 tuner. So you can get out Red Dragon or Stardust depending on the situation. I do have two the tricky, because I didn't want another way of getting a level 5 out that didn't require the opponent to have a monster or me to have, but that would also still be possible if I did already have a monster, so too tricky. Dark Hole just destroys stuff. Emergency Teleport to get out Psychic Commander or Creebon's Forbidden Lance to protect my stuff. Instant Fusion to help set up for some synchros with Jamanite Darkfire Dragon. Darkfire Dragon is not used to make Red Dragon Archfiend, but it can be used to make Goyo or Black Rose. One MST is destroy stuff. 1-for-1 can help get out one of your level 1 tuners. 3 Resonator Call to get the Resonator you want. Mostly it's level 3, but maybe if you still need a level 1, Barrier Resonator. Bottomless to destroy upon summon. Compulse to send something back. Red Carpet, pretty sure I used that in the duel. I had Red Dragon Archfiend out and I was able to summon 2 from the grave. Sometimes it works really well, sometimes you just don't have the 2 Resonators in the grave, you only have 1. Then it doesn't really work. But I feel good about it, so I feel good with that too. Warning, Torrential Tribute. In the extra deck, 1 Darkfire Dragon, 2 Jama Knights. I usually use a Jama Knight so I can make my level 8 Synchro, but maybe you want to make Black Rose and you have already have a level 3 tuner. Darkfire Dragon is there for you. Leo Guardian as level 6 Synchro. Now, I was thinking about Iron Chain Dragon as well in case of Red Carpet, but really, Red Carpet's there for Red Dragon Archfiend and Red Nova. And even if I have Iron Chain Dragon and I get, let's say, a Barrier and a Dark Resonator out, with Dark Resonator I can't make anything. Well, in this extra deck build anyway. And with Barrier I can only make Black Rose, which if I have monsters on the field already, I don't often want to make. I thought so. Goyo is an option, so Goyo. Black Rose Dragon, if I want the nuke. Stars for protection. Scrap Dragon can, with its effect, create some nice openings to attack. 2 Red Dragon Archer and 2 Red Nova because I can. And that's sort of what the deck is built around. Star Eater in case you have one of your level 8s and you're just like, I have a level 3 tuner, let's just go into Star Eater instead of waiting for another level 1 tuner to make Red Nova. And then 3 XEs, Wind Up Zen Mains in case you have multiple level 3s, Volcasaurus and Tyras in case you have 2 of the Trickies or a Tricky and a Solo Windjammer. Now there's a couple of things in the extra deck that I've thought about, that I've known about, that could work. I've also looked at the Dark Resonator deck on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Arena, at least the opponent's deck, and most of it there cards. Looked at some options. That deck was more focused on Resonators and not as much like the Junk Synchron and the Creebons and the Psychic Commander. Like pretty sure all the tuners there were Resonators. So there are certain options there that were better there than what it is deck. Well, we'll go over that. One of the cards I use is Red Screen, which could work in your deck. Opponent's monsters cannot declare an attack at all, but you do pay 1,000 life when during the end phase. You have to. And if Red Dragon Archfiend is face up in your field, you can select a level 1 tuner from your grave, destroy this card, and special summon that one level 1. And then most of the Resonators are level 3, so then you can go boom Red Nova. So it's like this thing is for stall to later be able to get Red Nova. Darkness Neosphere is an option if you're running more Resonators. I'm running 8 Resonators, therefore 8 Fiends. I don't feel that's enough for Darkness Neosphere. If you want to use it, go right ahead. But I suggest doing that in a more Resonator build. Hatebuster was a card in there. Sorry. Once again, I suggest that in a more Fiend type focused build. Resident Destruction. Can work in this because you often get your Resonators, and you do have Resonator Call, so if you want to, you can do it. Flare Resonator, yeah, I guess. Like, they're just looking at the other Resonators now. I prefer Creation because of the special summon. Once you have Red Dragon Archfiend and Dark Resonator because it can't be destroyed by battle once per turn. Cloak Resonator in defensive position, if it would be destroyed by battle or by a card effect once per turn, it's not destroyed. So in that sense, since you're going to place it in defense anyway, it's as good as Dark Resonator. Dark Resonator does survive battle in attack position as well, though. And its stats are just slightly better. Well, attack stat is just 100 better than clock, so I prefer dark. And then the Force Resonator, which is level 2, and I just wanted the resonators to be 1 or 3, also to work with Red Carpet. Puppet Master, that's what they, like the Dark Resonator in Duel Arena uses. I didn't really like it. Resonator Engine, it's another Resonator card. You know, you could put like Resonators back in the deck, and then add one level 4 or lower. No, one level 4 from the deck to the hand, but I don't even have a level 4, so I couldn't use it. Vice Dragon was another option they had, like instead of like Tricky or Solo Windjammer. But Solo Windjammer is just the nice first turn play. I just need no monsters, and the Tricky can be summoned at any time. The opponent can have monsters, can have no monsters. I can have monsters, I can have no monsters. I can still summon the Tricky. So I just sort of wanted to dodge the restrictions that Vice Dragon has there. Sticky and Street Patrol was also used in that deck. Once again, that's more of a fiend focused deck. Not for this. Star Changer to maybe like up or lower the level, which could sort of work, I guess, with like Force Resonator and some of the tuners. Like up or lower, up the level, lower the level. Get your synchros out better. Wicked Rebirth, in case your synchros get destroyed, was also in that deck. And I remember that in Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2011, Jack in that game also used a Red Nova deck, obviously, because it's mostly focused on, mostly based on his anime deck. He uses quite a lot of resonators. He uses Red Dragon Archer and uses Red Nova. In that game, Deep Sea Diva wasn't limited yet, so often when he'd had Red Dragon Archer, he'd normal summon Deep Sea Diva, use its effect to summon another Deep Sea Diva, and then double tune into Red Nova. Not possible anymore now. It's something I did think about for the first version that I wanted to build, but then I realized Deep Sea Diva was at 1, so that wasn't going to work. I'm going to take a quick look at my friend's deck, which is this one, which is built to make a lot of Red Novas. It's a Laval deck with the Rekindling with Soul Charge, supposed to make lots of Red Novas. The idea is, sorry again, to get a lot of stuff in the grave while drawing a lot of cards, and then just Rekindling and Soul Charge into whatever you need to make all 3 of them. I guess it can work. This is really focused on that. It does have some other synchro options, it looks like. It does look like you have to go through one of your level 5 synchros, something like that, to actually get to Red Dragon Archfiend. So there's not a lot of room for other options. My deck doesn't have that many other options either, but I don't know. This is a deck that could work. They show me plenty of screenshots where they had 3 Red Dragon Archfiends out, but I don't know how consistent this is. I haven't tested it out. I don't think I will, because there's a lot of other things I need to do. In 1.5 weeks I start university, so that's going to cost a lot of time. I wonder how my Yu-Gi-Oh! Like my video schedule will happen then. What will happen to it? I'll see. I'm going to see you guys later. This was the Red Nova Dragon deck request. Goodbye.